Okay, I think it's all set. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. We tried to fix the internet as best we can. Let's see how this works. Fingers crossed. I have fingers crossed, crossing my crossed fingers, and then I'm knocking on wood. That's the most luck we can hope for. So that's the goal, is to hope that we don't have too many drops. Let's be hopeful. Let's not be unreasonable. But we do have some fun Instagram posts, some Reddit posts, and a few videos to look at today. Today is the last day of the H3 show before they go on break for, I think, 3 weeks, something like that. But I'm not going on break. I will be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, maybe as well as interspersing some other streams in there as well, just trying to do some more stuff. I have some video ideas on the way. Now that I have a new setup with a new office space that I can use, I'm very much, I'm getting in the content creator mindset. But I really do appreciate everybody. And we actually have a fun poll ready to go as well. Swap 1 cent with animals. This is kind of a complicated idea. I tried to think of ones that were a little bit like, they weren't necessarily harmful, but they might have like a little caveat that might make you not want it. But swap 1 cent with inanimals: a dog's smell, an eagle's vision, a bat's echolocation, or an elephant's touch. And for those who don't know, elephants can like feel earthquakes coming, and like, so you'd be able to like sense when somebody's walking up behind you, stuff like that. You feel it in the earth beneath your feet. But I honestly just couldn't think of a fourth one that was good. But let's get this poll started. It's just a stupid poll. We'll probably have a couple polls today because I have a question about a video we might check out if we have the time. But let's start that poll. Boom, boom. I can't believe I dislocated my knee right when summer started. Wow. Yeah, that's not very good. But I hope you I wish you a quick recovery. You know, we can only hope for the best. You gotta just tough it out, walk it off. Have you tried that? Gotta just stop the music dead. But we're gonna start with some Instagram posts that I have polled. I'm a little giddy. It's Friday. How's everybody doing on this fabulous Friday? Sup, 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 sup. And it translated it with spaces. Interesting. Thank you, Captain, of course. Now I have to like look in chat to see what these translations actually are. Make sure you type out in proper grammar and spelling, or else it'll think that you're speaking a different language. Not so tough now. Get better soon. But this comes from Walmart 5175. I love all these local Walmart, like, just chains that have their own Instagram accounts, because I understand it when it's like a mom and pop shop, or, you know, just like these smaller businesses, but having such a huge big box store, having something like Walmart, just doesn't make any sense. Oh, I thought the audio was turned off.
Taco Tuesday, got my tortillas, get my seasoning, and you can't forget the salsa. Hey guys, Taco Tuesday here, and that's right, another day that you don't have to deal with the text message, what do we have for supper? So come on by and grab these great deals. And if you're like me and don't want to come in here and shop, these great OTP associates, they're gonna pick it for you and bring it out to your car. So come on by, it's all good here.
Someone said, all the comments are pretty good. Walmart fired me for standing at the time clock for 2 minutes. Said I was stealing time. Time theft. Probably the worst job I've ever had. I mean, to be fair, you were stealing time. What can I say, buddy? That's on you. Those 2 minutes add up every single day. But also, I love that he's posting this on a random Walmart's account. This ain't corporate. They should have zoned that aisle before making a video. Those shelves look messy. Don't let corporate see those totes on top of the cart. I just love that all of these got sent to like Walmart employees. Everybody knows. I hope they paid you extra to do this ad. You know, they only have 100 followers, so I don't know how much extra they'd be getting paid for this, but they do seem to have a star on their hands.
Go! Hey guys, are you as pumped about the World Cup as we are? Look, we've got all this great flag for your dogs, rally towels. We're ready for FIFA. And guess what? If you've got Walmart Plus, you've got a front row seat because you can get a free subscription to Peacock with your Walmart Plus. And if you're like me and ready to upgrade your TV so you can see it all, we've got great deals on our clearance TVs. And if you're like me, ready for this season, come on by.
I can't tell if it's just like the microphone on the camera picking it up bad, but it just sounds like the music in this Walmart is absolutely blaring. Like, she's yelling. Like, it's not like this is like a quiet person. They're literally yelling. So I just feel like this music is way too loud. I don't know if they have control of that. Maybe corporate can turn it up a little bit more for them. Don't play soccer near the big screen. Sheesh. They're about to get a new call. They're about to get another call.
Bye. It's all good here.
New flavor alert. Purple cotton candy Alani at your local All Good Walmart. Where's All Good at? All Good town. Tennessee? That adds up. It's in Putnam County. All Good is a city in Putnam County, Tennessee. Population was 3,963 at the 2020 census. Wow. Just a small town. But they do all types of stuff. They do it up at this Walmart because it's a small town. They got hot dogs. They got sassy sips. They've got diapers. It is a Walmart after all. Come check out with these ladies at All Good Walmart. Tasty treats and pretty bouquets. If you're ever in All Good, Tennessee, if you're ever down in Putnam County, might need to stop by. See if you can make a video with them. That's what I'd do. I wish there were more of these local, because I would totally go try and make a video for them. Be like, yo, I'm a happy customer. This place was great. Would you be willing to make... I'm a fan of your guys' page. Can we do a video together? I had a great time at Walmart. Superman delivers, and so do we. Shop your local All Good Walmart or delivery for all of your pharmacy needs. This pharmacist is wearing a Superman shirt. Good for him. I don't know why it intrigues me so much. Why'd they post this? Good afternoon. We wanted to let our customers know we will be closing at 8 p.m. tonight due to weather. We will reopen tomorrow, Saturday at 6 a.m. Thank you. You know, I guess it makes sense now because I said it makes more sense for like a mom and pop shop, like where it's local, everybody knows each other. But that's literally what this town is. This is their local Walmart. This is where everybody goes and congregates. The high school kids hang out here in the toy aisle. They go smoke cigarettes behind the dumpsters out back. Wait, the dog skeleton? I missed that. What? Did I just completely gloss over something? Was it Superman? I'm going to get too drawn in. I'm going to end up flying to Tennessee. Roll back, roll back, roll back. You blink less when you're reading, which is why your eyes get tired quickly. You blink more when you're talking. On average, you blink 17 times per minute, 14,280 times a 14-hour day, and 5.2 million times a year. Be the first to like this. Thanks. All good. Thanks, Walmart. 51.75. Way high up now. It's on the left column. Don't worry, I'll find it. Where are dog skeletons? Oh, right here. Flu season is rough. Join us today for the wellness event. Stop by the store at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for no-cost flu shots, free health screening giveaways, and more. Visit walmart.com/wellnesshub to learn more. $0 copay with most insurance. Imagine this. You come in right after your dog's passing. You're like, I'm going to get sick this winter, just like my dog did. And all of a sudden, this is what they give you. I have to give... Okay, never mind. I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, maybe it was October. This was done around Halloween. It was in September. So, a little early. But they're trying. They have the real Stanleys. Whoa. Don't let the scalpers see this. Is that what is the Stanley market actually scalpers, or are they literally just people crazed to buy to own Stanley cups, Stanley mugs, thermoses? But shout out Walmart 5175. Got to give them a follow. I'm their 101st follower. I almost said 101th. It's too early. Watch Michael connect with water at the dam and influence its behavior. What does a deeper connection with nature actually look like? For many people, nature is something observed from a distance. The practitioners of universal connection, nature becomes something experienced as a living, responsive environment. In this footage, Michael Grubb demonstrates a relationship at a dam in Lake Monroe, Indiana. Working with the rushing water, he first builds momentum within the current, then guides it upstream before drawing it back downstream, creating a visible response within the flow. Yet, moments like these are only part of the story. After leaving the dam, the group continued along the shoreline and encountered a flock of geese gathering for an evening search for food. The ducks gradually moved closer, sharing the space comfortably as the sun began to set across the lake. Experiences like this are common among practitioners. The goal is not simply to influence nature, the goal is to reconnect with it. To move beyond the perception of separation and develop a relationship with the environment that is cooperative rather than disconnected. As the evening came to a close, the ducks drifted onto the water and the group paused to watch the sunset over the lake. A simple reminder that some of the most meaningful moments in this practice are not found in dramatic demonstrations, but in the quiet sense of harmony that can emerge between people and the natural world. If you're interested in learning more about universal connection, comment connect below. You know me. I'm always trying to connect. Connect. Let's see how quickly they send me a message.
Michael connect with water and
Yo, Purple Man, what's good?
Do some hydrokinesis. What Michael is doing here is he's pumping the energy and making it a little bit turbulent before he pushes the energy inwards.
Imagine if he used two hands.
And then pulling it out. Watch how that pulls the water across.
Just like that.
There's a lot of energy coursing through a dam. You should try it sometime. Then, on our walk, we encountered these ducks and this magnificent sunset. Watch Michael connect with water and do some hydrokinesis.
That was it. That was beautiful. The world's first waterbender. Or maybe like There's probably a couple more.
What he's doing here is he's pumping the energy and making it a little bit turbulent before he pushes the energy inwards and then pulling it out. Watch how that pulls the water across.
Just like that.
There's a lot of energy coursing through a dam. You should try it sometime. Then on our walk we encountered these ducks and this magnificent sunset. Watch Michael connect with water and do some hydrokinesis. What Michael is doing here is he's pumping the energy and making it a little bit turbulent before he pushes.
Just goofing around with the boys. Hey guys, look, I'm controlling the water. Like, I'd believe him if he made it like splash up on the side or something. Like if he really like welded up to one side, then I'd be like, he's the real Moses. He's parting the Red Sea. He's parting a random dam in on Lake Monroe in Indiana. Captain is mesmerized. I'm pulled in. You know, it's something. It's intense when you really believe. All fun and games until Michael learns to bend the water in your body. That became a thing in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Why can't I remember her name? Katara? She started bending blood. That's crazy.
Inwards.
I was about to say something crazy, but you can. I'm sure you can guess. I'm sure you can guess what I was going to say about bending blood in the body.
And then pulling it out. Watch how that pulls the water across.
Just like that.
There's a lot of energy coursing through a dam.
Check out my psychic demonstration. I will speed up Pluto's orbit by 0.02%. Boom, done. Worship me, muggles. You know, realistically, in the past, you could do that and start a religion. That's all it takes. You know, miracles are just some pretty good sleight of hand. Michael would make the water in your body boil. It already makes my blood boil. I hate to see these liars, these fakers. Do we have any more of Michael? Oh. No connection issues, please. Oh, I think they did message me, maybe. Great, please check your DM. Maybe at some point. Not all Michael, but here, look. This guy's controlling the wind.
And circle of motion. You know, Tai Chi is not a bad idea to learn Tai Chi. Qigong. Anything like that. Chi. You know, tapping into prana. Tapping into, you know, that ether potential that's in there. Even if it takes you one session in the morning to kind of see where you are, try to do some progress, get some results.
We can literally see that it's a fucking windy day. Do this inside. Do this inside and I'll believe you. If you can manipulate the air inside of a dead room, like literally go inside of like a room with no air movement, with all the ventilation turned off, and like blow some smoke into the air. And this is like the most clear way that you could do it, because smoke is like already so like you can manipulate it so easily. And show me how powerful you are with manipulating the smoke. Contain it. Bring it into a ball. But I'm sorry, doing it outside with these things that are quite literally meant to pick up the wind, I can't believe you just yet. Maybe one day, maybe one day. This makes me mad. I don't know why. It's because it's like, it's beyond pseudoscience. Because here's like the thing, right? There's certain things I'm willing to have a suspension of disbelief. I consider myself a bit of a perennialist. I think that there are truths in the universe that are like emanated through religions, and that's why like a lot of religions have similar stories and archetypes and stuff like that. The problem becomes when you start like creating false metaphysical like claims. Because like again, I'm willing to believe something like this, right? Like the idea of crystals. The idea of crystals. If a quartz crystal can transmit me speaking right now to you watching it on a screen, that's kind of magic. So there is like at least some kind of properties within like quartz that allows some form of weird ability. And who knows what the other attributes of other crystals can be. We already know the strength of diamond. So other minerals have benefits to the human body, yada, yada, yada. And then even if you move it even further into something like astrology, I don't think of astrology as something that is causational. It would be like a correlation. You don't look at your like astrology and be like, oh, I'm a Taurus, so that means that I am always going to act this way. But if where you were born has an impact on the ways that you act, then why wouldn't the time of year also have an impact on that? Why wouldn't, like, you know what I mean? Like all of those little things are going to have little minute impacts on your presentation and the way that you act and behave. And I think that that is like kind of the idea of like finding all of the correlations there rather than saying that there is a causation. Quartz, diamonds, I be mining that. You see, you get it. They're beneficial. Will H3 be late to their own vacation? That's the part I'm wondering. Tune in and find out. Wait around and see. They don't have, I don't think they have anything up yet. Oh, they do. But all they have is Summer Break is Here. No thumbnail yet. It was the easiest title ever. I did basically the same thing. But, it works. But yes, Evolved Ministry. Go check them out. I hope what I said made at least a little bit of sense. Because obviously I'm not saying that you need to believe everything and everybody. You should have skepticism for everything. You should be a skeptic. But I think that there also becomes a point of non-belief too hard. Got to be open, but not too open. Keep your mind open, but not so open your brain falls out, right? Captain, will you be streaming over break? Yes, I will. I will be streaming same Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'm probably going to try and add back in more streams. Maybe not always in the morning. I might add more after morning for me, but I might add more like later streams, like what would be right now, maybe literally like what would be 12 hours from now. Do like some opposite streams, see how that works. But also continue the Monday, Wednesday, Friday as they are. Just keep my schedule going. You should be a skeptic of everything, said the purple man with mustache number 3. I mean, who else are you going to believe? Here's the real Joker who can't buy a cheeseburger in peace. Shake my head. Dissociative identity disorder.
You said what now? I wish you would, boy. I'll beat the fuck out
said
you.
no, the lids fit my...
King Hiller Grave. Act crazy on this bitch. On the D, I'll take this mask off and beat the fuck out you, boy. On King Hiller Grave.
I said no lids fit my cup.
Right, now, what was that shit you were saying earlier? What was you saying earlier?
I said, did you get a cheeseburger?
I just love this video so much. I said no lids fit my cup. That's gonna be my stim for a while. Anytime anyone asks me a question, hey, can you do this? I said no lids fit my cup. I said no lids fit my cup. I said, did you buy a cheeseburger?
You said what now? I wish you would, boy. I'd be
During the summer months, do we expect a different shade of purple as you tan? You know, it's kind of like you never know what color it'll change. Might burn up, might ripen. You never really know.
I said no lids fit my.
on King Hill Grade. Act crazy on this bitch. On the DI, take this mask off and beat the fuck out you, boy. On King Hill Grade.
I said no lids
Right.
fit my.
Right. No.
This is how you diffuse any situation. Anytime anyone gets in your face and is trying to fight you, I said no lids fit my cup.
What was that shit you were saying earlier? What was you saying earlier?
I said, did you get a cheeseburger?
Don't come in my conversation. I'm talking to your soft ass homies. Fuck is you talking about?
Bro, we're in McDonald's.
Yeah, bag.
I said, did you get a cheeseburger?
We could go outside.
We're not. I'm just got my.
Fuck is you
food,
talking about?
bro.
We can go outside. You talk about this, we in McDonald's. And? Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, and for some reason this guy's wearing a Joker mask. I don't know. I thought when I saw the Joker mask, I was like, oh, maybe he's joking. Like maybe this is kind of just him playing the character of being crazy, being the Joker. But I think he actually got pressed for some reason. This is a part 2. I don't really care enough to see part 1. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe there's important context. What do we think? Was this fine gentleman just being misunderstood? Was the Joker just being misunderstood at the McDonald's? He was the one acting normal. Like, I don't trust when someone just like has guns out. Like, it's cool to have your gun, but when you just have it out, I'm like, I can't trust you. But I definitely wouldn't trust a dude wearing a Joker mask with a gun. Did I miss it? Does it not do it on desktop where it says just watched? Or was this one? Oh yeah, part 1. Here we go.
You guys filming? Yeah.
Part 1 is just the guy behind him saying, "Did you get a cheeseburger?" Oh, no lids fit my cup. Let's see. I just keep scrolling past it. It's fine. I'm bad at locating things. My eyes just go all over the screen.
You guys filming? Yeah. Alright. Here you go. We'll call the number at the top. Soon as your burger's ready.
Who told you to be here? You came out some dick, and then into some pussy.
Oh no, I think he's literally just pressing this guy for no reason. He's holding a Bible at him. The hell is happening?
You don't believe in Christ? You sound retarded right now. Do you believe in Christ? Or what?
Honestly, I've got to be 100% honest. I would not. Like, I would think it would be probably considered self-defense if the guy attacked him. Like, you're wearing a Joker mask, getting in my face, talking crazy about the Bible. I would assume that you have like some kind of mental illness and you're going to try and hurt me very soon. So like, I would not, like, he's lucky that the guy he pressed definitely was not looking for anything.
Or what? You guys not gonna do nothing. You're soft.
Trying to act tough in Joker cosplay is also funny.
You soft too.
The Joker and religious content. That's too weird. Pick a struggle. It really is, right? I guess, right? It's just a look into his twisted mind.
Yo, there's kids in here. You need to chill out with that.
Yeah,
First of all,
for real.
He's got a mental problem.
I'm sure he does, but
He's got a mental problem. Yeah, dude, he's walking around in the store dressed as he's walking around at McDonald's dressed as the Joker. This kid's right here. I mean, he's like the toughest one here. He doesn't care. He's unfazed.
Right.
he shouldn't.
He's got a mental disorder. He's allowed to do this.
You guys filming? Yeah. All right.
Low key, that lady has a better Joker laugh than he does. Maybe that's why he got upset.
Here you go. We'll call the number of the top snoozer burgers ready.
Who told you to be here? You came out some dick, and then into some pussy. You don't believe in Christ? You sound retarded right now. Do you believe in Christ? Or what? Or what? You guys not gonna do nothing. You're soft.
You know what really gets him? See, most people think, oh, like trying to be tough. Oh, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna hit him from behind. What if you run up and pants him? Like that's like he stopped. He's gonna go for it, and then you push him over. And you go, and then you start pointing, and you laugh. You go, ha 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 ha. Now that's gonna turn him into the real Joker. Actually, after seeing all the guns on his page, maybe don't do that to him. Don't pants him and push him over. It's a very dangerous thing to do. There's music over it too. But at least we know that it wasn't his fault.
And?
I'm just trying to get my.
You ain't gonna do shit either. Bitch ass. Pussy ass. What the fuck are you talking about? You said what now? I wish you would, boy. I'll beat the fuck
I
out
said
you.
no lids fit my.
King Hiller Grave.
He handled it perfectly. I said no lids fit my cup. Good example of someone who should not own guns. Exactly. It's like if you believe that guns should not have any restrictions, show them this account. You think this guy should be walking around with guns? It's a prime example. Even if you're like, oh yeah, like I support the Second Amendment. I support the Second Amendment to an extent. You know, that shit was written when we had muskets. When it took like, you know, a whole minute to load that. Like, what are we talking about? Now, what do we think of this back tattoo? I'm glad Hila saw the headphone tattoo on the UFC account. Or I think someone reposted it on the H3 subreddit. I'm glad she saw that. This might surpass that though, because it's also a back tattoo. So there's that aspect as well. So let's take a look.
So somebody forgot something.
He forgot something. She's talking about sunscreen because he's super red, but these tattoos are something else.
Turn around.
They forgot to finish this tattoo. It's like super low. Why does this always happen? I hate Instagram so much sometimes.
So
Sorry.
somebody forgot
Oh.
something. Turn around. I mean,
She's literally just talking about him being super red, but he has Ben Stiller from Zoolander doing the Blue Steel. I haven't seen that movie in so long. I almost didn't. Yeah, it literally says it. It says Blue Steel and then has Ben Stiller doing the face on his back.
I gotta put it on your sides too. My God.
Absolutely insane.
You're turning violet.
You're turning red, you redneck.
I didn't want.
I just realized what he has on his stomach too. He has a SpongeBob SquarePants, the fish from Futurama. I need a clearer picture of these tattoos.
You-
No, wait. Oh, please. This is real life Homer Simpson. Kind of is. Yeah, the belt is crazy too. The belt tattoo. I wasn't really going to talk about that. I guess I wasn't fully processing it. It wraps all the way around. Oh, he doesn't have a clear image of it. You can see it here. The World Championship. This championship belt. Oh, so it's SpongeBob, Futurama fish, a Cheep from Super Mario. Some kind of treasure chest of sorts. This might be the most American man. This is what being American really means. Maybe next time he'll use sunscreen. I think he should put on a shirt and never take it off again. That's just me, though. Sorry, that was like extremely rude. But maybe he should get this tattoo instead. So this is their first tattoo. Sorry, I'm like trying to get this to be in clearer resolution. None of them are working. First tattoo. You literally can't see it. I hate Instagram so much. The only way for you to be able to see it is literally going to be if it's like it's really small. The only way, sorry. He got spider webs around his nipples. Honestly, shout out the artist. They did a really good job. But insane choice for a first. Just a couple tattoos. This just reminds me that I need to get crazier tattoos. You see this guy in the mosh pit, you know he's down. Tatted my chest and threw away all my shirts. I don't know if I'd consider this a chest tat. I think I would explicitly consider this a nipple tat. Like that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Brother, no. My nips got spider webs. Nobody's latched in a while. They've gotten cobwebs. Somebody help me out. That's the representation. That's the meaning behind it. No one getting tangled in that web? You'd be surprised. Shout out Stay Steady TV. In the late 1800s, a Russian physiologist. Oh my God. A Russian physiologist named Ivan Pavlov conducted an experiment to demonstrate classical conditioning without necessarily realizing the additional weight and meaning that this experiment carried. No matter what they say or tell you, who's they? Your hardships and mistakes shouldn't be slept on or frowned upon. They should be utilized and leveraged towards achieving your greatness. Tell me how it goes, Stay Steady TV.
You guys, in the late 1800s, a Russian physiologist by the name of Ivan Pavlov conducted an experiment to demonstrate what's called classical conditioning. What he may not have realized is he was also implementing a psychological phenomenon called the power of association. There's a book called The Power of Discipline by Daniel Walters, and in this book, he references this exact phenomenon supporting the idea that we could associate what we used to interpret as negative with positive, man. We could retrain our mind. And the reason why I'm highlighting this for you guys right now is because it's so common for people to associate their past and their struggles with negativity, their hardships with downsides, and so forth and so forth. I want to invite and encourage each and every one of you to take a different look at this, man, and put this into perspective and start to leverage your struggles into attaining your undeniable greatness and the potential that lies within you. When we look at the bigger picture.
Are you listening to him or are you just listening to the music? It's kind of overwhelming, I've got to be honest. But I love his delivery. I don't know what the studio is. I can't tell if he's like maybe a tattoo artist.
It starts to make sense. Stop sleeping on yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sleep on you. Don't sleep on your potential. And stop associating your hardships with negativity, man, and start to leverage those things towards achieving and attaining your greatness.
You heard it here first. Pavlov's dog yourself. Start Pavlov's dogging yourself to enjoy the things that you hate. It's the only way.
Oh man, hey, you guys are gonna want to stay tuned for this. Listen to what I'm saying right now. When you're walking down a path of purpose, man, certain things and people start to reveal themselves. Resources, man. You may have read about this type of thing in literature. You may have heard about it in podcasts or maybe just on the fly, homie. But I'm telling you right now, when these things surface and they become a tangible reality, when they transpire in your life, do not take them for granted. Be grateful for them and utilize them, man. Not only can you learn from these resources, okay, and I'm going to give you two recent examples of how they've transpired in my life recently here in a moment, but not only can you learn from these resources, but at your time of need, in your developmental journey, okay, either as an entrepreneur or just a human being, man, you could lean on these.
He's like it's a perfect like frat bro that's acing his fucking business course. Like he is absolutely crushing that business course.
These avenues to help better yourself and to help leverage you towards your mission, man, towards your goal, man. I'm saying, baby. Dude, this thing is beyond beautiful. And when these things transpire in your life, it is, with all means, it's a beautiful...
Does he have tatted nipples? I mean, maybe. We can see he's pretty tatted up. So it's a possibility for sure.
Process, man. And I can't put enough emphasis on this for you guys, man. Two recent examples, man, over the weekend, dude. So Jackson and I have been looking for avenues for business cards, promo merch once we finalize the logo, and thankfully to my friend Austin that I've had the privilege of getting to know more and more every time we tap in, man. You know, I met a gentleman named Will. He is the head guy over at Horizon Print Solutions. That's his place. He started it. Hearing about his journey is inspiring. Okay, but right there, it's a print factory, man. They do premium business cards, promo merch, all that, man. And then today, with my class, we took a trip down the road.
I just love that this inspirational music that's being like, you know, just blasted over it. It doesn't feel like it's fitting the tone of his video anymore. Like it was when it started, but now he's kind of more conversational, just talking to the camera, and I feel like it doesn't need to be so like intense.
2, the Obodo Food Garden, man. Yes, the Obodo Food Garden, man. They got an incredible mission going on over there too. They help families or individuals with food who struggle with food, and they provide healthy alternatives, freshly grown vegetables, no pesticides. And it just so happens that the founder, the woman who runs the place, her name is Tamika Henry. I'm going to tell you why that's relevant right now. Okay, Tamika Henry is one out of the 3 Board of Trustee members for the Clark County School District. It goes Irene B. Adams, Brenda Zamora, and Tamika Henry, man. Okay, I've sent them several proposal letters proposing a new
Just this is the guy in the gym that like walks up to the creep and is like, "Hey bro, I noticed you hanging out over here while these girls are squatting. That isn't cool. Here, why don't you come over with me and I can help you with your set on this side." Like that is truly the energy I'm getting from this guy.
new curriculum that supports creative vision and entrepreneurship for students all across Clark County, Nevada, man. And I met her today. I knew the name. I couldn't put a face to the name until today. I'm beyond grateful. So what I'm saying to you guys, when these
Is beefcake offensive? I think that he would blush. I think he'd be so happy. He'd be like, "Thanks."
things transpire in your life and they become a tangible reality and you meet these resources, you meet these people, do not take it for granted. Be grateful and capitalize on it. You have every reason not to. Let's go. Oh man.
Let's go. You're so right. Where's your course? I'm ready to buy it. I'm ready to buy your course. Let's see. Unlock your trooper. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Done go, daddy. You know, you got to get your bag. Got to get your bag. But I'll listen to the videos.
Okay.
Now I'm buying 2 courses. Ooh! Hit him! Oh! I like that transition at the end. What the fuck? Why? I don't know why he edited that like that. It really didn't need an outro. I like that it's one of his only pinned videos. It's not one of his most liked, I don't think. Or I guess it is. This one's almost reached it. He's hitting the guitar too strongly, hands too strong. Like, you know, I wanted to play the ukulele, but everyone I grabbed broke. It's sad, really. I was a big fan of the harp when I was young, but as I've gotten bigger and stronger, all the chords snap underneath my fingertips. Hit one lick and then stop looking for others. Hey, you just gotta, when you find that lick, when you find that special lick on the guitar, it's like it's a special one. It's your go-to, the one you go back to again and again. But now we have some actual music. I'm glad he transitioned us into the music. It was unintentional. I didn't know that was going to be on his page, but now we have a little bit of music.
They say never cross a songwriter.
They do.
They'll write a song about you.
Yes.
Well, I say never cross a rapper.
Why?
They'll write a whole diss track.
Okay.
Block their number, start a new life. Why care to call me through the telephone line? You never cared before, so why start now? Selfish, narcissistic, think you rule this town. Yeah, I used to think highly of you, and I'm for real. But then you showed your true colors, and I saw the real deal was exclusion is the product of insecurity. So when you exclude me, I don't take it personally. They say never cross a songwriter. They'll write a song about you.
I honestly, I've got it. I thought that it was a joke at first, and I was like, "Oh, let me check out her real music." And I'm not trying to be rude. It's just not for me. It might be for some of you. So here, I'll play a little bit. What's the one that I saw? My newest song. This is from April 29th. Agony. This is, once again, storytelling through song. And I'm so happy with how this one turned out. This is my first rock song, guitar solo included. Side note, the cover is my own digital art as well. That's not really a side note, that's kind of a part of the details. But listen to the entire song on YouTube or SoundCloud, link in bio. The song is based off of the anime Death Note, and I think it's a perfect fit. Let me know if you've seen the series. I have. When L died, sorry, spoilers, big spoilers for people who haven't seen that old series. When they switched over to Nier and Mellow, lost all of its charm. But let's hear. I guess it's just inspired by Death Note. Well, she said based off of. Is it just a character based around Misa or whatever? I have a Death Note tattoo on my arm, L symbol. Are you a detective? Are you really cunning? I have the Kira symbol tattooed. You're going in my Death Note. I had a friend who in 6th grade, he wasn't doing it as a Death Note. He was doing it like he was like an oracle, being like, I'm going to write down the ways in which people are going to die. And it wasn't like he was trying to make them die that way. It was just like him predicting it. And he got in a bunch of trouble for that. It was pretty funny. He got in a ton of trouble for that in school. It's about the apple that Ryuk has. Oh. No, I just like L. Fair enough, fair enough. Time to become a detective. Caught a groove with this one. Okay. Fell off a little bit. She caught a groove with that one there for a second. So shout out. Natmo Music. Keep it coming. I mean, the thing is, it's like it's right there. It's on the cusp of being like decent. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest. I am Anthony Fantano. This is Music Reviews. They look to me. Connection. Did you see the live action Netflix Death Note movie? It was so bad I have seen it thrice. I saw it once and yeah, it was really bad. I didn't like it. Wasn't it set in like Seattle? Am I crazy? Wasn't it like set in Seattle or something? It like completely ruined Death Note. It made the story terrible. F's? Yes? No? Just you? No, no! Why is it showing fine on my side? Maybe try restarting the stream. Please be an issue with YouTube. Come on. Come on. We back? Okay. Fingers crossed. Couple F's, just a few. It was just me and Evie. It was your internet. It was yours. Couple F's. Oh no. It fully dropped. I think I need to find my Ethernet cable. Right now. I thought I had one. No. Everything's going wrong. Here, let's see if this works. The hell did I put my... Oh. Oh, I'm even more confused. That was the printer. Well, if it's fine for now... None of this magic invisible laser internet. Can't trust the quartz, I was wrong. We gotta be wired in. We can only trust copper. I was like 99.9% sure I had an Ethernet cable. And that is so aggravating that I can't find it. The one thing I can find is like my... It's like a phone cord. Fine for now. We're just gonna go for it. Look how flat my hair looks on the sides. Well, now we can hear what this guy sounds like, hopefully.
You can't not get to the point. Gotta take the nails out so I can talk to you. There's a waste in my form. Break yourself open. Oh, it's gonna eat at you. You can't not get to the point. Gotta take the nails out so I can talk to you. There's a waste in my form. Break yourself open. Oh, it's gonna eat at you.
So what do we think? On the subject of tattoos and watch talk, I know someone IRL who has a yellow Apple Watch tattooed on his wrist. Feel like that could stand with the greats of bad tattoo fame. That is terrible. I mean, is it literally just like a black screen? Does he at least like have like the Apple logo in it or something? So he's like, no, it's an Apple Watch. It's not a knockoff. It's a real one. He's, I think, more talented than not talented. Definitely. It just might not be your style, you know? My cat's going crazy. Huh? Okay, you can leave him in here. Cat's going crazy. What's up? Come here. Come here. He's just been meowing at the door, I guess. But then we have a little bit of rap from Adam Fire Creates.
Day 3, Adam Fire 99 Smoke Show. Let's go.
Let's go.
Put your hands up. People constantly asking, what's up? What's up with you, Adam? I don't know, I've been trying to go from a mouse to a lion. And I'm not buying anything that they're selling. I'm creating my own ish. Yes, I'm a poet. Flow into the music, yeah. Rolling around with my muses. They're like, you really can't do it. I be like, that's super foolish. I've had a long day. I got a bong of haze, but I don't promote the dope.
It cutting off right there too. It's like you lost the flow. You had to make sure it cut off perfectly where you understood the bars, everything was good. It's not a black screen, it has the time on it. So he has a watch with a time like stuck. He's stuck at 4:20. Every time he looks at his wrist, he's like, look what time it is. What a guy. That's my headcanon. Don't tell me the truth. But that's Adam Fire Creates. Go check out. You want to see some great rap?
Day 4, y'all. Adam Fire 99's Smoke Show. Let's go. To the sounds of the birds a-chirping, I put down the bourbon. I'm watching out for the curbs, cruising down the street. Feeling fresh, feeling clean, feeling free. It's my time to speak. So stand back. Like an OCD patient, I'm watching out for the cracks. Don't want to step upon them. The pawn transform into the bishop in a matter of minutes. Pop by eating his.
I wish I had an ounce of the confidence that the people you bring up on your stream have. Me too. I'm trying to get there. It's insane. Because my whole thing is this, is I think I'm like my own worst critic. So everything I do, I'm just hypercritical of. But some of these people, it's just like, yeah, it's a confidence I cannot understand. Like, I guess I can understand putting yourself out there, but it's like a blind confidence.
Spinach, gots to dip it, fun dipping.
Imagine this is your next door neighbor and you come out into your backyard and you just hear this. I'd just be like this. I'd start bobbing my head. I go, okay. That was fire, Adam. And that was Adam Fire.
Day 2, y'all. Daily dose.
Oh, here.
Adam Fire 99's freestyle sample.
Adam Fire 99.
Come on, y'all. Let's go. Flying around like a cardinal. I told them all, this ain't my first carnival. Yeah. I feel like Justin Bieber mixed with Eminem. Yes, I am the ringleader. Peace. Day 3 tomorrow.
Day 3 tomorrow. That was it. Just a couple bars for you. You know, he can't give you everything or you might steal it before he gets to drop his unreleased album. He sounds like he's trying not to get heard by his sleeping parents when you're freestyling with your friends late at night. And last, but definitely not least, the Paradox Band on NPR Music. Tiny Desk Concert. Finding joy and humor in life's chaos. The Paradox Band's brand of black pop punk feels both fresh and familiar. Black Music Month? I didn't know. Interesting. I didn't know that was June. This Black Music Month, Tiny Desk celebrates the undeniable legacy of BET. That is what this is, right? It is for BET. I was like, this isn't something called a bet, right? Okay, yes, it was for BET. Watch the full performance at the link in bio and yada yada. You get it. They're just a really good band, honestly. I remember I found them when they were relatively small. Definitely not 1 million followers. That's crazy, the fact they have 1 million followers now. No, I feel like I remember the video I remember liking had like maybe a couple thousand likes. It was something like that. They were still relatively small. It's good to see that good bands are getting propped up.
What the hell was I thinking? I wanna run away, but it's hard to leave. 'Cause my heart says stay while my head is saying you're no good for me. It's killing me and I let it. I've had enough. I'm getting sick and tired of finding out that you're no good for me.
will be honest, that this part almost sounds like a parody. Just a little bit, just a little bit. He's putting on the pop punk voice a little hard.
I've been feeling up since you said goodbye. Might make a new mistake tonight. Telling me that now you wanna stay, but when I wake up in the morning, I'ma say, I don't know what the hell was. What the
Tom DeLonge, is that you? But yeah, shout out the Paradox Band. Great stuff. And now we move on to the Reddit. Just a few posts for today, nothing too crazy to talk about. I thought this was interesting. I stopped watching about 3 years ago, and I'm going to get back in. I'm so lost. Can anyone provide a short summary of what the fuck I missed? I'm reading, but I feel lost. I used to watch every show, every episode. I'm getting back in because of the Oliver Tree episode. At this time, Gabe was still calling in the leftovers was a thing. Thank you to anyone who takes the time and writes back. A lot has happened. This might help. h3lore.com. And honestly, I thought this was kind of nice because H3Lore is definitely a good place to go if you want to just kind of like look through, just look through some stuff. But honestly, it doesn't have stuff chronologically. Like, it doesn't have things in order. And so I thought this was interesting that H3 Lore should make a timeline of major events in H3 history. I feel like it'd be helpful for people to catch up. It would also be like things to add in the iceberg. You basically just create links. So you create maybe like an extra page with like a timeline, and then those timeline you'd basically maybe link it back to these kind of pages, where you'd have it kind of like follow along on the timeline. You wouldn't need everything from the iceberg, but I do think major events would probably be a good thing to do, like the starts and ends of Frenemies and Leftovers, and the basement era, the transition, maybe even like start with like the transition from YouTube content to I have the prolapse just sitting here, my god. For the transition from YouTube content to the podcast, and then the growth of that over time. Like, it would be interesting, I think, because they've already added the addition of Snark Brain linked on there, which I think is nice. So the site is kind of coming together, and they have some sub-sites. We have some sub-sites available to us. This may be parasocial, but I'm feeling like the Oliver Tree passing may have melted a bit of the ice around Ethan. What do you mean? Oh, you think that it might have softened him a bit on some of the, like, I saw some people talking about it in regards to like the litigation and stuff, that maybe he's like not willing to let bygones be bygones, but more so wants to focus on things that probably matter more than feuds. If that's what you're talking about, then I might agree a little bit, but I don't know. I'm a newer fan. I remember feeling so lost. I came into H3 as the Hassan shit was blowing up, and it was hard to hang on. So glad I did. I'm glad you did too, DD Megadoodoo. You've come in and you've come hard. But I did think this was an interesting idea for H3 Lore. So I hope that they see that. I'm going to give that an upvote. Give these all upvotes. But just a concept. Just a concept of an idea. Oh, I meant that I think people are feeling a little more empathy for Ethan. Okay, you meant like the opposite, that they're feeling softer on Ethan. Okay. Could just be me being hopeful. I don't know. I saw the Snarkers doing the opposite, where they were trying to say that it's disgusting that they did this episode honoring Oliver Tree's legacy, and that it shouldn't have been funny. It shouldn't have been jokes and laughs. It was disgusting. Ethan should have been crying the entire time if he wanted to show that he felt bad about his friend dying. Like, I don't know. You'll never make these people happy. And I remember I saw that on the Internet Versus video we checked out on Wednesday. And it blew me away that people were actually saying stuff like that. Like, that is absolutely outrageous and so disrespectful. Not even to Ethan, but to Oliver Tree. Like, it was clearly made in like a good, like a with the heart in a good place, and like trying to honor his friend, and to use a dead person as a pawn in your own like little game that you're playing is absolutely disgusting and horrific. But so I don't know, maybe like, but that's also the snark, so it's like they're gonna believe what they're gonna believe regardless. So maybe in the greater, you know, was it Harley? Did Harley say ecosphere? I'm trying to remember. Someone said that at some point, because it was like ecosystem and atmosphere together, and they said like ecosphere. Yeah, because they know how Oliver wanted to be honored by Oliver's friends. Exactly. It's just, it was just despicable when I saw it. I thought this was interesting though. Someone downloaded Bumble BFF and got this message at 8:27 a.m. Hi, not to come into your messages immediately with a conversation or with a controversy, but I met Ethan through Trisha, and so I'm so keen to hear your understanding of everything from the H3 side. About frenemies or... Yeah, exactly. So this message all around is just super weird. To hop into someone's DMs to like confront them about a quote unquote controversy of a show that they enjoy is just like weird. But then beyond that, also saying I met Ethan through Trisha makes me wonder, maybe it's like a, you know, ESL like instance of just like they don't speak English that well and they just kind of phrase this incorrectly. But it almost seems like extra parasocial that they're like, I met Ethan through Trisha. That's how I was introduced to him. Like that. I feel like that's kind of what they're meaning, but they used like a really weird phrasing. But they were asking if they should take H3 out of their bio. And I don't think that it's necessarily a thing that you should take out of your bio, but you might want to be ready for conversations like this, I suppose. Also, just be ready to block quickly. Can we all agree that saying they met Ethan without ever meeting him in real life is very weird? Okay, I didn't think about the ESL aspect. Yeah, I think like that's a possibility, but like I don't know if that's necessarily what's happening. Based on like the other like spelling and like phrasing and stuff, it doesn't seem like that might, like, I don't know, but just in general a weird thing to try and jump into someone's DMs about. Like, clearly if you have a problem you might just not want to be friends, and like you don't need to be BFFs. Swipe left or however that app works, I don't know. Is it just Bumble but for friends? Is Bumble the one where it's like the girl gets to like gets to initiate? They get to be like, hey, you're cute. They have to DM first. If not, then they are weird for that. No, definitely. If they're literally saying it in the context of like, I met Ethan, then yes, that is like a very, very weird thing to do. There's that. I thought this was a sweet message from Martin, who posted this directly to the subreddit.
Hello everybody, here's Martin, your personal water sommelier, and this video is just for the H3 subreddit. I will not post it anywhere else. This is just something for you guys, and that is very...
Well, I'm posting it here, so sorry. But I'm not you, Martin, so you're a man of your word.
Important to me because you guys are all very, very special to me. Because I received over the last 24 hours so much love from you guys, and I want to really say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm almost getting emotional right now. Oh, wait a minute. Because you mean so much to me, family. You cannot believe how important these feedbacks are for me. And it's so interesting to see all these snarkers and bad comments online. But I learned very early on. Look, I did my apprenticeship in the hospitality industry in 94 till 97. And my restaurant manager back in the day said to me, Martin, there are a lot of crazy people out there. Kill them with kindness.
Can we get that clipped perfectly?
Manager back in the day said to me, Martin, there are a lot of crazy people out there. Kill them
Just try and get it perfectly cut right there.
with kindness. Because in the restaurant business, you cannot go nuts on guests. That doesn't work. I don't believe that the guest is king as well. I believe there's a partnership. Like, you want something from me and I want something from you. Let's create something special together. That was always, like, my parents teach me the win-win situation. When I have to make deals, always think of both sides. Always. Don't make a deal where you win everything and you're screwing over somebody else. Because I'm in heart maybe a socialist or something like this. I really want the good for everybody. That's maybe the reason I do all the water content, because I understood at one point I need to educate more people that they won't get scammed by big corporations. That's pretty much what I do. But this kill them with kindness is really helpful. And Ethan always says, peace and love. And we as the H3 family are better than snarkers, guys.
Honestly, he's speaking facts right now. Because that's the thing is, I was thinking about this in the context of like going to church, right? Like, I'm not a religious person. I enjoy going to church and I enjoy conversations about religion. And I think that one thing that I find funny is like, if I were to be laughing or having a good, like, you know, like kind of like, just like, let's say I'm laughing in church. People might come up to me and be like, hey, why are you laughing? This is disrespectful. And it's like, you're mad at me for having jubilation in church. You're mad at me for having joy and being joyous in church. And I think of like the same thing just in the world. It's like, as you're going about, like, you don't need to be hateful in the ways that you speak. Even when you're being critical, even when you are coming down on people, it's not necessarily that you need to be aggressive or over the top. And it comes out, you know, it happens. It does happen. But it's about like the correction and trying to be better with each movement and with each action. But yeah, it's killing them with kindness, I think, and living up to that peace and love ideology, even if it started as a joke from Ringo Starr, is it is something to think about, something to try and live up to.
Hackers are out who just want to engage us, to rile us up, to make us upset. And we are way too hydrated for this, guys. And last time I checked, you can fight fire with water. So think about this. So when you're engaging with all these crazy people online, kill them with kindness. Because they don't know how to respond to
See if I can do it.
So think about this. So when you're engaging with all these crazy people online, kill them.
Nah, it's his accent too. He's speaking too fast, so it doesn't cut perfectly.
With kindness.
The with kindness is perfectly cut.
Because they don't know how to respond to that. They want you upset. That's the only reason they're commenting, guys. The only reason what they do, they want to upset you because they will want to reflect from their own problems. That's what that is, because they have issues, maybe family, maybe business, maybe with themselves, and they need to go online to put that frustration to others that they feel superior. They're all mentally challenged, let's be honest. They all
Oh yeah. You don't even need to cut that one. That one's just the way that it is.
Maybe family, maybe business. Maybe
I forgot that he said that, and it's crazy. It's a language barrier thing. It's not what he meant.
with themselves, and they need to go online to put that frustration to others that they feel superior. They're all mentally challenged. Let's be honest. They all should go on the couch, obviously, for that. That's the reason I highly recommend, guys, kill them with kindness.
Whoa, Nelly.
Sometimes don't engage when you think they're completely insane, but sometimes be nice. Have a good argument, be nice. And what I did in my last argument post as well, I said, hey, it's an easy solution when you don't like H3. Just
It sounds nicer in German. They are mentally challenged. It's yeah. He's right. He's right, but not like it's not what that's not what I mean. You don't understand. He means like a not like in a capacity sense. In like some kind of like other deficiency. I don't know. Sorry, Martin, you gotta dig yourself out of this one.
unfollow me and the H3 family, and you will never hear again about this. It's so easy. My father teaches me always, Martin, every village has a little idiot. The village idiots, we all know them. And every village has...
That's the problem. Every village has an idiot, and now they just congregate online. They've created their own online villages. We're screwed.
The problem with the internet is, this village idiots finding themselves now, and they're thinking, because they found 1 of 100 people, 99 are sane, and 1 person is just crazy. Now they're thinking, because they're finding each other, all these little village idiots, now they're thinking they are right. That doesn't make them right at all. They're still village idiots. It's that simple. They just...
And he's telling you, don't become the village idiot fighting in the town square. It's not worth it. You pay what you've bartered, and you go about your merry way.
Just have a little bit bigger voice now. And sometimes some crazy people in power even listening to the village idiots. Or even are a village idiot.
I said holy poop to my wife at something she said yesterday, and she almost divorced me. Well, now you know what the line is. You're like, okay. There we go. That's the line in the sand. I've gone one step too far. It's been building. I know it. Don't lie. This wasn't the first thing.
Or maybe a state idiot, huh? Paul and Peter right now. So, don't. Peace and love for the family. Keep your mentally on a positive side. That's all what can I say. Ah yeah, and drink good water. Because again, fire cannot survive when water is attached to it. And by the way, when you want...
That's not true, Martin. Have you ever heard of a Greek fire? That's right? It's a Greek fire where you use like oil. Yes, a Greek fire was an incendiary weapon used by the Byzantine Empire from the 7th to 14th century. The recipe for Greek fire was a closely guarded state secret. Historians have variously speculated that it was based on saltpeter, sulfur, and quicklime, but most modern scholars agree that it was based on petroleum mixed with resins, comparable to compositions to modern napalm. Byzantine sailors would toss grenades loaded with Greek fire onto enemy ships or spray it from tubes. Its ability to burn on water made it an effective and destructive naval incendiary weapon, and rival powers tried unsuccessfully to copy the material. You can catch water on fire. I'm just saying. But I guess if you're underneath, you just need to grow gills, then we're all good. Yeah, it's just napalm.
to see me tomorrow, because I gonna drink some flavored water. I gotta be in downtown for the first game of Germany in the World Cup. Go into my story and you will see the address. Maybe I see you tomorrow. Cheers, my friends. Remember, water is not just water. And I love you guys. Cheers.
Love you too, Martin. How good is my hand heart? It's pretty decent. And then I was thinking, I kind of want to watch this. We have two options of stuff we could check out. Because I think we have an hour, don't we? Summer break is here. They're starting in 47 minutes. So we have two videos. So we're gonna check this one out. 7 high schoolers decide who wins $1,000. This video is old. This video is from 6 years ago. So all of these kids are adults now. I would love to see where they are now. But this video, yeah, I'll read this post that they made. I know it was briefly mentioned by David on After Dark, but would genuinely give anything to see Guarly react to this absolute gem of a video. This might genuinely be one of the greatest videos of all time, and seeing that Kate and Harley had no idea it existed shocked the fuck out of me. For us Coco Melaners, Gen Z, this video is the blueprint for us for so many memes. The amount of times I still quote this video is crazy. So we're gonna check this one out because this is such a crazy video. I think it should be fine because it's uncut. What's the one that claims? I feel like I've played music already today. If it's a claim, it's fine. Become a member today. Help support the channel. But yes, we're gonna check this one out. This is cut. 7 high schoolers decide who wins $1,000. I'm gonna end this poll. Everybody wants Eagle Vision, surprisingly. Eagle Vision or bat echolocation are the winners. No one wants the elephant's touch or a dog's smell. They don't want to be smelling bad stuff, I assume. But we're gonna end this poll, and we're gonna start another poll for which video should we check out. Should we check out why medieval people probably had autism, or Matt Walsh hates indigenous people? By Aton Shea. This one's by Medieval Mindset. So I'm gonna put that poll up right now. But yes, we're going to check out this. Sorry, I need to see these real quick so I can put this in. Which video should we check out next? Why medieval people probably had, oh no, it's not gonna fit. Had autism. Does that fit? Why medieval people had autism. And or Matt Walsh hates indigenous people. Both of those barely fit. This one I'm not going to do a third option because I can't think of, I don't have any other options. So you must choose. But that poll is going up, and while we check out this one, we'll wait for that to get decided. Also, Jomo finale. If you haven't checked it out, Jomo is dropping a new video soon. Apparently, his finale of the Jomo show. So he's been doing stuff here and there, and it will be interesting to see. Oh, is it this, the willow tree across the water? This came out. Wasn't it days away? I thought we had like 6 days. Moving a couch with William Banks. A celebrity's wife is missing. What's your favorite cookie? Oh, these are all members first. Oh, the Jomo finale. Jimmy Lee gets canceled. Oh, that's the Jomo finale. Will we get the documentary, the insight into Jimmy Lee, what he's doing now? Is he back to dentistry? Is he just one fucked up dentist once again? Go check out the Jomo show to find out now. But 7 high schoolers decide who wins $1,000. 1,000 to 1. Cut.
I think we should describe everyone's situation first.
Well, I just don't want anybody to leave with their feelings hurt or feeling like my problems aren't big enough and I feel ashamed for talking about what I have to deal with.
Well, no one will feel like that.
Well, you don't know that though.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
What do you guys all have in common?
We're in high school.
We're all in
high school.
What's high school like right now?
It's hell.
Yeah.
It's a fucking prison. Holy.
The game is 1,000 to 1. You decide.
Little did they know that next year would be the pandemic.
Decide who leaves with $1,000.
That's like an interesting aspect of this as well, is like thinking about what happened, where this money probably went to nothing. Whoever got this money, it went to the garbage.
We're gonna do 4 elimination rounds. If you cannot decide, nobody gets the money. Round 1 begins.
I think we should describe everyone's situation first very briefly because we do not have a lot
we
of
could do
time.
it that way, or we could do like we have competitions and like.
I feel like competitions isn't the best
Well,
idea.
I just don't want anybody
because-
to leave with their feelings hurt or feeling like my problems aren't big enough and I feel ashamed for talking about what I have
Well,
to
no
deal
one will
with,
feel like
you know?
that.
Well, you don't know that though. If somebody says something super personal that they wish they hadn't said because they didn't end up getting the money and it didn't help them, you know, that could feel like really bad, or people could feel like ashamed about their problems, or like my problems aren't as big as somebody else's problems. I just don't want anybody to be like, oh man.
Right now she's humble maxing. She's trying to benefit off of, see, that's the thing, is you guys don't understand true manipulation. People think, oh, she's being altruistic. She's trying to think of the best way. No, she's playing the game right now. People don't understand that. They thought, oh, Nina's so sweet. She's playing the game. And that's why you'll see what happens.
My life sucks, but I didn't get the money.
But because we're on a timeline, I feel like we should just like have someone like say why they need the $1,000. In the end, we can just all collectively
Okay.
say our thoughts.
What I would do with the $1,000 is help start an online clothing business.
What kind of clothing will you be selling?
Just like t-shirts and more like streetwear oriented.
Dude, $1,000 isn't gonna get you anywhere, bro. You don't even have an idea. Where's your idea? What are you gonna use this money on? What? You're gonna buy yourself some clothes. Next.
I don't know, like music artists, something to do with like pop culture.
I want the $1,000 from education. I'm in full IB, so for each test that you take, you have to pay a certain amount.
I'm a senior right now, and
You're smart. You'll do fine. Next.
just want to put the money towards college and being
$1,000 isn't doing anything for college. Next.
able to afford like textbooks and college tuition. So,
Well, obviously, it'd be cool to like take my girl out or get a
Bruh, next. I forgot that one of them's literally just like, bro, I want the money. Give it to me. I want it the most.
She built or something, but
This is a real man right here, okay?
actually,
Oh shit, you didn't tell me you were online, fam? I hope I stay online. That's the only goal, right? Let's hope that we don't speak too soon.
I'm taking like a couple classes in my high school that has college credits towards it, and it's like a good $600. I need the other $400 because my sister like handed me down her car, but like it's beat up. I needed money to fix that.
So most of my money would go to like
Again, $1,000. I'm sorry. It's so funny because in reality, like $1,000 isn't a lot. I'm gonna buy myself a new iPhone. Like it's literally it. Like all of these are realistic goals, things that they want to like they need help with. But like I know I'm being rude, but in reality, it's like $1,000 isn't going to make a dent in the costs of all these things that these people want. Maybe the dude who's just like, I fucking need to fix. I need to get my brakes fixed. I need new brake pads. Want to go on a date real quick? Maybe do give him the money. You know what? Why not?
like paying my car insurance and my like school fees. And then on top of that, I got invited to a wedding in Florida. Whatever I had left over, I'd try to get a good plane ticket over there so I could be at the wedding.
I want to be a marine biologist when I grow up. I love the ocean.
I didn't even listen to what Nina said. I was not paying attention. Next.
So most of my money would go to like paying my car insurance and my like school fees. And then on top of
That's
that,
like 1 month. Your car insurance and school fees in what regard? You're still in high school. Like car insurance, that's like a year? Like a year of car insurance? Not even. Be like, a couple months.
I got invited to a wedding in Florida. Whatever I had left over, I'd try to get a good plane ticket over there so I could be at the wedding.
I want to be a marine.
Literally none. You can $1,000 isn't going to do that. I'm sorry. All of these are totally justifiable things that they could use some money, like they could use some help with. But like $1,000 is just not enough. If they would have given them 10 grand, we would have seen these kids actually like biting each other and like crazy stuff would have happened.
Biologist when I grow up. I love the ocean, I love animals. It's just where I get my happiness from, really. There's this trip to the Bahamas, which is very, very expensive, and
She wants to go on a trip to the Bahamas. Is $1,000 even going to afford you the trip? Probably not. You're saying it would cost more than that, so it would only help make a dent in the cost. Again, next. I think we've literally gone through everybody. I think there's one girl left.
$1,000 would help me go to that. I feel like that'd be a super cool experience.
Is it like a trip through your school or like?
No.
So it's just a personal interest thing,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Yo, how about you guys just split it? What is it, like 8
I'm
people?
pretty much left to fund myself, basically, and it really sucks because
All of you just split it 8 ways and just go out to like a decent dinner. I think there's 7 people. Just go have a decent dinner, split it 7 ways.
the school that I go to, they don't supply buses to my house area, so I have to take Ubers like everywhere, and it's like,
Okay, that's expensive.
yeah, it's like a lot of stress on me, and it's like, I'm sorry, I'm getting
Again, playing the game.
to fund myself, basically, and it really sucks because the school that I go to, they don't supply buses to my house area.
Transfer. No, I'm just kidding. Again, it's like all of these things are justifiable, but again, what's $1,000 going to do? You're going to buy a piece of shit car that's going to break down on you. That's the truth. That is the truth. And then you will have to, again, then it'll be a waste of money. Because like $1,000, you still need insurance, registration, you get your tags, like a bunch of stuff is going to have to go into it. So you're paying maybe like a couple $100 for a car and then everything else to get it going.
So I have to.
That's what I'm saying. Just everyone go out to Korean barbecue or something. They could split it and go to Nobu, but they might need to like share a couple dishes.
Take Ubers like everywhere, and it's like,
Okay, that's expensive.
yeah, it's like.
If you don't know how to flip crypto, I got a course and you can buy it for just $40. Super cheap. But that was my $40 I was gonna flip in crypto. It's a catch-22.
A lot of stress on me, and it's like, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. It's like I'm being forced to grow up so fast, and I'm only 16.
Nina, were you the one that said we shouldn't do what we just did?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. I think it can make people feel like.
Now, yeah, I used to walk 3 miles home from practice, bum rides to work, skip school to work. Like $1,000 couldn't have fixed that. No, like literally, it's probably, if anything, it might cause more problems. Because I mean, maybe if you're like $1,000 and I'm literally just gonna use it for Uber. Like I'm just gonna use it for Uber rides to like last me a few months, just so I have more energy in the day, so I can get a part-time job or something, so I could save up to get like a car, or get like a decent whatever. But like realistically, yeah, like the idea of getting a car with $1,000, I think it will just end up being like sunk cost for sure. Yeah, get CC's Pizza for everyone. Come on.
Like their reasons aren't good enough, or
I would have used $1,000 towards my family's bills when I was in high school. These kids want to go to the Bahamas. No, that's the thing too, is like only a few of them are saying things that are realistic, but there's like a few of them, like I want to go on a date with my girlfriend. I want a trip to the Bahamas. I want to start a clothing line with, I don't know, like maybe like skaters or like rappers or something to do with media. I don't really know. Those are, but like those ones were like, you didn't even try. Do you want this $1,000? I would have lied. I have a rare heart condition with a surgery that cost with exactly $1,000. I need this surgery. It costs exactly $1,000, but everybody in my family is $1 million in debt. They all have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt each, so they cannot extend any more lines of credit for me. It's the only way. And then they see me eating Korean barbecue by myself. I'm laughing from inside the club.
automatically make people feel like, well, we should give her the money or give him the money for this reason or that reason. And not to say that that isn't valid, but everybody else is also valid. And so I think if we decided through like a random competition that's a way that nobody could feel attacked or feel hurt by specific people.
I feel the opposite personally because I feel like we should give it to the person who needs it and who deserves it, because if she's working really hard and if she's trying to just get through school, that's a bigger reason than like buying a plane ticket or going on a trip or something like that.
I don't want it to seem like I'm coming off like, oh, I'm using that as a
No,
pity.
you're not.
No, that's not. That's like your reason. No, I don't want anybody.
No, but like you are though. I mean, quite literally you are. It's just that like that's the point of this. The point of this is to make everybody feel bad for you. So you did a good job.
To feel bad, like I don't feel comfortable talking about the stuff I have going on at home. That would make a difference. And like I know we all have stuff going on that we didn't bring up.
You have a minute and 10 seconds.
Okay, guys, we need to we need to vote.
Okay, this is one vote for me. Ishel. Who's that?
EQ.
Who wrote that?
Me. I don't know how to spell his name. I'm sorry.
Just say NJ.
NJ.
One for Colleen.
Obviously.
One for Nina. Another one for Colleen. Another one for me. And one for EJ.
So there's a tie?
Yeah.
How do you guys want to do it? Vote again, or do you want them to
Just vote
decide?
again. Just vote.
Just vote. Just vote.
Just read.
I know I'm gonna be out, so just vote.
Why?
Because I don't know, everyone has something against me, so.
I don't think it's anything.
See, this is what I didn't want to happen: is somebody gets hurt by what's happening.
I'm not
If we
hurt.
just did, well, but you're saying like everybody has.
I'm not hurt. You just don't like me and you don't think I'm cool enough. You don't think I'm cool enough to get $1,000.
Something against me. So if we just did random competitions, nobody would feel that way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have one for Khalid, one for Jordan, two for Khalid, three for Khalid, and one for Jordan.
See, she did it. She pulled it. She pulled the ult. You all hate me so much. Nobody even likes me, so they voted him out. How is he going to start his streetwear brand now?
Sorry, Khalid. No, it's 3-2.
Sorry.
She's just a regular 14-year-old. No, definitely. But here's the thing, right? Here's the truth. 14-year-olds are often pieces of shit. Like I don't want to like give it like more credit than it needs. Like, oh, we don't need to, be on top. But that's why I'm coming for all of them. I'm not singling any one of them out. They're all being manipulative. They're all trying to do their best to get things to work in their favor. There are a bunch of teens that are fighting over $1,000. But I'm just saying.
How's everybody doing?
It was a lot.
That was emotional.
She's so happy that she didn't get voted out. She's smiling ear to ear.
How's everybody doing?
It was a lot.
That was emotional.
That was deep.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of expected it. I mean, going into this, I kind of expected to be the first one out.
Aww.
So I have nothing against any of you.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes, right.
I don't hate you guys, I guess. I don't hate you guys or whatever.
All right, we've started.
I feel like we should do something fun, something to bring up the mood.
I think we should just do random stuff, like who can name the most countries in Europe, who can stand on 1 foot the longest. I'm just saying random stuff.
Maybe who can stand on the 1 foot the longest, maybe?
Should we do that? One-legged standing up? First one falling out?
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
She was coming off.
3, 2, 1, foot up. Couch.
I'm Buddhist, everybody, so I do this like 10 times a day.
We do like challenges to like throw you guys off. How about you guys have to like spin around?
This feels easier.
Are we still spinning?
This is so. Anything else we could do?
What are we doing?
Oh, thank you so much for the gifted sub, Scroll Ray. Really appreciate it.
All right, how about you stop, since I don't know if you guys are busy.
Oh, man.
I'm out.
Are you out?
I'm out.
How do you feel? Do you think that was fair doing the...
No.
Did you say no?
No, it's not fair.
I don't think any.
Didn't she pick it? Nina said it first, but then she was like, let's do that one.
Anybody had like an upper hand in that.
I'm gonna be hella mean. I'm gonna be so mean.
Whoa.
As a Buddhist would.
Whoa.
As a Buddhist
Okay. Drama, let's make it interesting.
So we're not going to listen to the couch, right, guys?
Who's the leader here?
Nina.
I feel like it's the three of us.
Nina.
I'm not going to lie.
Nina.
I think it's
Nina, sewing division.
Nina.
They voted out the right person. If she would have stayed any longer, she would have been able to beat them all.
Here in the couch.
Yeah, I heard it very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think you're saying that because in the very beginning I was like, let's do challenges.
I think she's saying that because she lost.
And
No, I'm not saying that because of that. You keep influencing everyone.
How?
Yeah,
How am I influencing
no,
people?
I think she's just trying to make everything.
I mean, to be fair, she's just the only one actually giving like options. It's not as though she's dictating whether or not you guys choose to do what she's offering as like an idea. They basically just threw you guys in a room and said, figure it out. And she's the only one offering like actual effort.
Is it cool if we stop getting input from the couch for a little bit? Because this is between, in conclusion, us 5. Do people agree?
That's a fair point.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we starting the next round yet or not yet?
She started. I don't mean to laugh at her for crying, but they really did just go, you lost. Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we starting the next round yet or not yet?
I'm gonna start it now.
What was your reasoning again, NJ?
Pay for my IB testing.
EJ, what about you? What are you gonna do with the money for your girlfriend?
I was gonna take her out.
Yeah, to be fair, the fact that EJ stayed in for this long when literally bro just wants to spend it on his girlfriend is like, I think a trip to the Bahamas with the context of wanting to be a marine biologist at least like shows a career path or something. But he's talking about a relationship that could be over before he even receives the money. You know what I mean?
Probably to a nice dinner.
She is, yes. I also forgot their names, but she is sitting right on top of Khalid. DJ Khaled?
Like some car insurance that she needs to pay off, so I would help her with that.
If he needs it for his girlfriend, then I think his girlfriend would have been a better candidate to come on the set.
But that's the thing, like, that wasn't my reason. My reason was...
School fees, right?
It's a lot deeper than what I said, but I don't want to get into it, because
Yeah,
like that...
same. Like, I have to pay for school stuff, but the reasoning underneath...
Guys, just let it out. Be like, my dog is dying. My brother has leukemia and he wants me to buy him an Xbox. Lie.
That is that like my family also can't pay for it, and it's stuff that I like nobody knows and like I'm not allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
So I literally like, even though I want to use it as a reason because it is valid, like I can't. So can we think of anything else we can do that's like...
Let's just vote someone out.
Red light, green
Red
light.
light, green light. Red light, green light.
What can we do, EJ?
Shit, I don't know.
You want to do something physical, something like a quiz?
That quiz sounds pretty...
Yeah, we can do like a quiz on...
Can I quiz you on ocean facts?
Ocean fact.
What about like just like writing down the vote like we did first round?
You want to do that?
Yeah.
7 minutes?
Just based
We can
off
do that, yeah.
Based off of what? You
Just
know?
like how we
Just in
feel.
general? Okay.
NJ.
No, that's EJ.
Oh, that's EJ, sorry.
Oh, that's confusing. Huh?
Yeah. NJ. EJ.
Oh,
What?
last decide. Oh my gosh.
EJ.
Oh man.
All right.
You're really nice. I really like you.
EJ, come join us.
Okay, not to be weird, but like Asian gang.
Asian gang.
How you doing?
It sucks. It does. Like I'm not finna cap. It sucks. But they chose.
Are you guys ready?
Think of something fun, creative, outside of the box that we can,
How about that drawing contest?
All right, let's have a drawing contest then.
Sure. And then are we voting or who's voting?
Let's have the
Vote out Jordan again. Keep voting her out. They're like, can we just get her out of the studio?
couch
No,
people
because they have their preferences.
No, but you shuffle it so we don't know whose it is.
I guess
Nina is very emotionally mature for her age, to be honest. Yeah, I think out of all, that's what I'm saying. I think out of all of them, she just seems the most like, yeah, like just mature in general. So that's why she's kind of leading the pack, even though I wouldn't consider it being like a leader.
That's fair.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
that.
that's fair.
Wait, okay, what are we gonna draw then?
We'll let them decide.
Draw like an octopus.
Okay.
God dang it! Oh, I messed up already.
You guys want to play like rock, paper, scissors together?
I'm chilling.
This is also probably how like children would decide.
We're literally children.
This is gonna be the best damn octopus I've ever drawn.
So how's your girlfriend?
Oh, come on, dog.
Are we done? Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, this one. That's cute. It has a little blush and little kawaii cheeks. Ollie the octo is hungry. The next octopus.
Nina is manipulative? No, that's what I was saying. She's more mature and has a better ability at manipulation. That's what I was saying from the beginning.
Honest, it's a little scary. The eyes are like,
To be honest, really,
kind of creeping me out.
And then this one,
It's another little creepy one, but
it's all right.
I'm gonna let it
Actually,
slide.
the eyes are kind of on point though, because they do kind of come out. So the one that we picked
I already see it.
for the loser is the scary one.
Okay, I'm out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel really bad.
Hi, guys. Oh, I have a stomachache. Oh my god.
How do you guys feel about that? Like how we did that last voting?
I liked it, but I also didn't like it. It was fair.
Do you guys think this round was more fair than the previous?
How is that fair? You guys, it was complete. Like what? Like, who's a better artist? Who has a more like what?
Previous rounds?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you want me out? Did you want me out? Be honest.
No, actually, like most of the people that I wanted in the final three are there, but just like not all of them.
What'd you say?
I said most of the people on the couch right now are what I wanted on the final three.
Oh, thank you.
She's not talking about you, Nina. She is not referring to you at all. That's why she said most.
Most.
Most. One of you are my favorite.
I'm going to start this final round. You have to decide who's the one person that leaves with the money.
What are you gonna say?
I feel like we should, for this last round, we should like, obviously state our opinions.
Do you guys want our opinions or no?
No.
This is
As long as we don't know that they're singling one of us out or something, then I think that's fair. Okay, yeah, we'll hear it, sure.
I'd say Heather. I don't know. You just have an impact on me.
Yeah. What do you think, EJ?
I would say Heather too. Don't take it as pity, like they're pitying me. It's like, if you need it, you need it. Like,
I would also say Heather. I honestly think
I would also say Heather because she's not Nina.
she needs it.
Earlier I said Heather, so I'm gonna keep that decision.
Hearing everyone's, opinions and everyone's stories, I cannot compare myself to what you two are going through. I live in a city where there's a lot of things accessible. I have a job, I have great supporting parents, so I want to vote myself off just because you guys deserve a lot more
Heather's here,
than
let's
I do.
go.
I'm definitely gonna vote, but it's gonna be kind of hard. So I'm opting myself out. I'm just sit over here.
So specifically, what are you gonna use the money for? Because I know you have a lot of stuff going on.
I would primarily use it for a car because my main thing is
They threw this money away.
transportation and getting around.
I want a follow-up for this. I want a follow-up to hear one, how she's doing, and then also where each of the kids are at, because it's $1,000 wasn't going to change your life. So I'd like to know if you followed down the career paths that you were talking about, because it's been 6 years. So it's did you get into fashion? Are you trying to get involved in media production or something? Are you a marine biologist, or at least moving down that career path? Are you are you still dating the same girl? All of these things I think would be a little bit interesting to see nowadays. Do you still have this car? Where did you get a car?
Around because for school, that's for getting there $10, for getting back $10, going to work $10. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Going in straight to transportation when I could be using it for better things, like for school.
How many hours?
Yeah, did you go to the Bahamas? Exactly. Jordan, an animator, onto the Bahamas? I hope so.
Work?
Upwards of 30.
Okay, so you work a full job, and then you're also doing school on top of that.
Mhm.
So you probably work that many hours because you have to, to pay for food
Yeah.
and your transportation and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna give it to Heather if you are. Pretty cool with that.
Yeah, I'm totally.
Heather just went silent. She's been playing it since the beginning. I gotta say, she was smart, dropping the emotion bomb early. Other people were too shy to do that, and then you just sit in silence. Oh, it's between Heather and Nina. Nina's the only one talking, being what are you gonna use it for? Oh, what do you think? Silence from Heather. I'm gonna use it for this. No follow up. No. What are you gonna use it for? I'm telling you, it's these subtle things that you might not notice.
I think we're gonna give it to Heather.
I just feel really bad.
This is not a pity thing. This is obviously a really big need. So yeah, we're set.
Yeah, exactly that. The car wasn't necessary in a year anyway. She could zoom into school. Damn.
I hope you guys.
How was this experience for you guys?
It was a lot more than I anticipated.
Well, it's not an easy thing to do, to be like, this is why I should get money and none of you guys should get money. It's just like a weird situation to be in.
Yeah, did anything surprise you about your
Fun fact, I broke my foot doing cartwheels on a Bahamian beach. There were huge rocks in the sand near the volleyball net. So I'm sure I wasn't the only injury. Yeah, that's crazy. Ooh. That'll really mess up a trip.
your behavior today?
Yeah, I was really mean and I wasn't expecting that. I just had a lot of rage and I don't usually have that much rage, so it kind of just surprised me.
I didn't know I would be so vulnerable, and like I'm not an emotional person, so like it was a good thing.
When you need something really bad, you're willing to sacrifice what you wouldn't usually do, I'd say.
Oh my God.
Dinner's on me, you guys. McDonald's for everyone.
Well, don't go waste the fucking money already. We just gave you this money so you could go, you could get a car and you could, now you're gonna waste it all on McDonald's? Despicable act. No, but yeah, it's such an interesting video. And I would just love to see where all these kids are now, because I can't tell what the age ranges are. Did it say it in the beginning? Because some of them look younger than others, but it could just be, you know, the way they look.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
What do you guys all have in common?
We're
We're in
all
high school.
We're all in high school.
What's high school like right now?
It's hell.
So I just think at the youngest, they'd be 20. Like if someone's 14, they'd be 20 at the youngest now, right? So I think that'd be an interesting follow-up for sure. Jordan is 21 now. Did you like actually find out who this person is? Were you serious that they're an animator? Is that like an actual thing? Did they blow up off of the, hey, I was in that cut video. Everybody hated me. Remember how everybody hated me so much? I'm actually not that bad. Come check it out. Now, like I said, though, I think that all of them, it's like the few people that weren't actually trying to be manipulative were the people that didn't really have good answers and got voted out fairly quickly. The only reason that Jordan got voted out quickly is because her manipulation tactics were too aggressive and, like, you know, abrasive for people. No, I was just imagining, sorry. A real anime. I could imagine her making some, you know, Flash is dead now, but that would be the medium. I know that was something someone else said. Oh, their IGs are linked. I don't care enough. They're doing their own thing now. Should I follow up with them? Should I be like, hey guys, you remember that crazy video you guys did? That wacky video? Also, I'm sorry, linking a bunch of high schoolers? Their IGs are linked? Where are their... I just think like linking high schoolers, I don't see it in the description.
I got a subscriber.
Ah, thank you so much. Welcome to Quasar's Cadets. Whatever. Let's get on to this video. Why medieval people probably had autism. An interesting video, an interesting find from Medieval Mindset. It's like legal mindset, but good. And the past. No, not there. I don't care enough. Just Google OG Fish Girl. Is that what she goes by now? She's a SoundCloud rapper. Doesn't look like she's a marine biologist, but it may be working with animals. I can't tell. Whatever. Great stuff. Amazing. Gay woke legal mindset from the past? Possibly. But yes, why medieval people probably had autism. Let's find out. Let's find out why.
What happened in a medieval village when one of the villagers wasn't like everyone else? I think we assume that person would get exiled or accused of witchcraft, but that actually isn't what happened. Turns out people in the Middle Ages understood neurodivergence, even if they didn't necessarily have a specific term for it. The actual term autism was originally coined by the German psychiatrist Eugen.
I heard a joke that someone made where it was autism was created for like a king's son. Because back in the day, they'd just be like, oh, that's just Jimmy. He's just like that. That's just the way he acts. And then it was one king's son that they needed a special phrase for it. I forget who made that joke. So I'm going to steal it. That's actually my joke, written by me.
Boiler in 1911, but it wasn't until the early 1940s that it was conceptualized as a distinct neurodevelopmental condition. That's not to say it hasn't always existed though. I think it's important to note here that we can't go back in time and diagnose anybody from the past with anything specifically. You can see why that would be pretty irresponsible, but what we can do is look at individuals who displayed traits we now associate with the autism spectrum and see how people 1,000 years ago understood them. A lot of that understanding happened in a religious context, but this was medieval Europe, so literally everything happened in a religious context. Let's meet Brother Juniper. We have no idea when he was born, but he died in 1258, and he's known for being one of the OG companions of maybe the most famous figure of the whole Middle Ages, Saint Francis of Assisi. Because he was tight with Francis, we actually have a ton of details about his life, most of which were recorded in the early Franciscan text, The Little Flowers of Saint Francis. When you start reading about Brother Juniper's personality, it starts to sound kind of familiar. He was known for, let's see here, taking everything extremely literally, having an absolute lack of social awareness, and, I quote, a complete absence of malice or guile. Juniper sounds like the sweetest guy ever, but just like today, if you're different from everybody else, it obviously makes you stick out like a sore thumb. Thankfully, he was friends with one of the holiest men who ever lived, and St. Francis protected him kind of like an older brother. Francis actually famously said about Juniper, "Would to God, my brethren, that I had a whole forest of such junipers." Do you get the play on words there? Like his name is Juniper, but also juniper trees, forest. Pretty clever. Anyway, you've probably heard of the monastic vow of poverty.
I get the joke, but honestly, I do think it's kind of interesting. Because something like a monastery does seem like it would be like a fitting place for people with different mental disabilities or other things to kind of like find home if there's issues. The house of God is always accepting. Well, not always, but often.
And not every monastic order takes this vow, but the Franciscans do. This caused some problems for Juniper. That's because he took the vow so literally that he would give away his clothes to anybody that asked him, to the point that he actually had to be ordered by his superior to stop walking around naked. Even then, there was a time where a beggar asked him for help, and Juniper replied, "My superior has forbidden me from giving you my..."
Honestly, think about this though. Who's the crazy one? If someone's walking around naked and they're completely fine, they're not having an issue at all, are you the crazy one for freaking out? Something to think about. Why is it so abject to your sensibilities?
My tunic, but if you tear it off my back, I won't stop you. There are tons of stories like this, including one that involves pig's feet and another where Juniper decided one day that he wasn't going to speak for 6 months, and then he didn't. He did not say a word for 6 months. Overall, he was beloved by his brothers, even though he was so different from them, and he is sometimes referred to as the renowned jester of the Lord. Ugh, that doesn't sound so good. That actually sounds kind of insulting. The weird thing is...
That's not insulting at all if you know the history of jesters. Come on, I thought this was a history channel. You're called Medieval Mindset, and you think that a jester is a lowly man?
Is that it wasn't at all. It's kind of this strange example of how definitions change over time. Brother Juniper was what was known in the Middle Ages as a fool for Christ. Let's zero in on this because the whole concept might be one of the earliest examples of autism spectrum traits that we can find in medieval history. Now, in the modern sense, fool has a pretty negative connotation, like I pity the fool, that sort of thing.
No, I don't hate Balboa. but I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man who tries to take what I got.
But foolishness for Christ in the Middle Ages was different. The idea originally stems from the New Testament, where foolishness is this total rejection of worldly cares and this obsessive desire to imitate Christ. In 1 Corinthians 4:10, St. Paul writes, "We are fools for Christ's sake, but you are wise in Christ. We are weak, but you are strong. You are honorable, but we are despised." So the basic idea is, hey, there's this guy in the village who walks around with no shoes and prays to himself constantly. We might typically think of that behavior as foolish, but he's actually a fool for Christ. So this isn't strange behavior, it's holy behavior. Even then, I don't want to paint an overly rosy picture that holy men who—
I don't know if he's maybe like framing that wrong, but that just sounds wrong. Something about that just sounds off. Christ. Foolishness for Christ. Prophets were not considered fools by their competence, not reading this, trying to scan and reading words wrong. These prophets were not considered fools by their contemporaries, but they sought to gain people's attention in order to awaken their repentance. Well, this is interesting. This is talking about Juniper. The most famous of these stories is how Brother Juniper, when he heard the sick brother request a pig's foot as a meal, took a kitchen knife and ran into the forest, where he saw a herd of swine feeding. There he quickly cut the foot off of one of the swine and carried it back to the brother, leaving the swine to die. This angered the herdsman, who complained to St. Francis. St. Francis confronted Brother Juniper, who joyfully exclaimed, "It is true, sweet father, that I did cut off the swine's foot. I will tell thee the reason. I went out of charity to visit the brother who is sick." Brother Juniper likewise explained that the angry herdsman who, seeing the charity, simplicity, and humility in Brother Juniper's heart, forgave him and delivered the rest of the pig to the brothers. He saw he was so holy. He said, he's just a sweetheart. Fools for Christ often challenge accepted norms to serve a religious purpose, and then the painting he was using by Sergei Kirillov. Interesting.
who exhibited potentially neurodivergent traits were all venerated or something, because that certainly was not always the case. Before exploring these different medieval life paths, want to unlock your own epic ancestral story for just $19? Use my code MIND19. I partnered with MyHeritage, and swabbing my cheek took just 5 seconds. The results absolutely
I love sending
blew me
my
away.
DNA into
All right,
companies.
I just got my MyHeritage DNA results back. Let's see what I got. John, you are...
What the hell? I'm 100% caveman. What's going on?
58.3% Dutch, 19.6% Baltic. Interesting. 11.1% Eastern European. Okay, I actually did not know that. 8.9% Germanic, that makes sense. Their ancient origins feature even revealed my deep medieval...
Why did it make sense for the lowest percentage?
Even revealed my deep medieval roots are heavily...
I feel like he's like, I've always been told I was German, my family's German. And so he saw Germanic and he was like, that makes sense.
Germanic, tracing all the way back to Viking raiders. Checking my DNA matches, I discovered so many new family members globally that I never knew existed. Plus, their traits feature gave me 40 personalized reports about my own lifestyle and cognition, and they explicitly pledged to never sell your genetic data. With code MIND19, you're getting an insane bundle. For just $19, you get the kit, a 30-day free trial, and free shipping. Let's meet Nicholas the Pilgrim, also known as St. Nicholas of Trani, who was born in Greece in the early 11th century. It was apparent to pretty much everyone that Nicholas was different from birth, and at age 8, he suddenly started repeating the Greek phrase Kyrie eleison over and over again, which means Lord have mercy. He was doing this all day, every day, and it wasn't like a thing where he was whispering to himself. It was basically something that he was shouting constantly. Nowadays, we know this is a manifestation of what's called echolalia, or the repetition of words or phrases, and Nicholas was clearly using it as a vocal stim. His daily routine was super rigid too, and he never deviated from it. He would walk around carrying a heavy wooden cross, shouting his prayer. It was this intense kind of all-consuming hyperfixation that became his whole life. One of the most defining characteristics of autism is an intense resistance to having a comforting routine disrupted, even in the face of immense distress or danger. People in Nicholas's life tried everything to get him to stop chanting. His mom beat him, local bishops found him so annoying that they cast him out of the monastery. When he entered the city of Taranto, the local bishop was so pissed off by the noise he was making that he ordered a crowd to rough Nicholas up. There's no happy ending here, unfortunately, and Nicholas died at 19, most likely from a combination of exhaustion and exposure to the elements due to his homelessness. The world can be a very cruel and nasty place, and I guess the only consolation is that just 4 years after his death, the church recognized that his hyperfixation was actually a rejection of worldly logic and a singular devotion to Christ. Nicholas was canonized by Pope Urban II in 1098, and today the gorgeous Cathedral of Trani in Italy stands as a monument to his memory, and he's actually buried beneath it. I don't know, that's nice I guess, but it doesn't really fill me with the warm and fuzzies. It's like people didn't even want to see this guy as human until he died tragically, and then they felt bad and changed their minds. I actually kind of feel like Nicholas and Juniper are two sides of the same coin, except Juniper was lucky enough to get in with—
I mean, it's the same thing with like, it's just like the past, they thought things were demons, and they thought, so like, it does make sense on some level. Not that it makes sense in a way of it being justified, but it makes sense historically that they would see these different peoples and think that maybe they are like there's some kind of issue. Sorry, one second, I'm gonna call all of a sudden. I hit 3 hellos and they hung up.
With a group of fellas who recognized the beauty in his different nature and accepted him for who he was. But I want to meet somebody else totally different, a medieval personality who perhaps exhibited some similar traits but lived a totally different life. Some of you have probably been sitting there fuming, wondering why I haven't mentioned a certain German abbess yet, so let's talk about her. Meet Hildegard von Bingen, maybe one of the most impressive human beings who has ever lived. If someone like Brother Juniper represents the vulnerable, hyper-literal innocent who needed a protective community shield, Hildegard is more like the high-functioning, fiercely independent systematizer, maybe hyper-systematizer. She was an abbess, a writer, a philosopher, a composer, a mystic, a visionary, a medical practitioner. I mean, literally name a thing, I would bet good money that Hildegard did it and was incredible at it. Okay, no, she could not dunk a basketball from the free throw line, but I bet if you gave her a ball in enough time, she would figure out how to do it. Basically, this woman was a neurodivergent powerhouse who bent the entire medieval establishment to her will. Oh, you want an example? How about the fact that she came up with her own language, which was called the lingua ignota, Latin for unknown language. Just the language itself wasn't impressive enough, so she also invented a
just for fun,
completely custom 23-letter alphabet. No, it wasn't just random gibberish. My parents will have to confirm, but I'm pretty sure I tried to come up with my own version of Pig Latin as a kid, and it was just total nonsense. Not for Hildegard. This was a structured, secret glossary of over 1,000 words, most of which were related to medical or religious or sometimes even botanical terms. The modern definition of her would be a conlanger or a constructed language creator, which is basically an exhibition of deep hyperfixation on linguistic classification and cryptography.
I find that so interesting that somebody just to have taken the time to make a language for nothing more than like your own amusement. It seems like I guess the point is cryptography, but for what purpose? Like to what end is kind of the question there. Did it feel necessary? We must encrypt everything.
Did I mention that she experienced synesthesia? Yeah, she was famous during her lifetime for these intense visions she had, but
Lingua Ignota is a musical artist, a very strange one. Well, I guess that's the name origin. That makes sense. Do they speak a foreign language? Do they speak an unknown language?
unlike other medieval mystics, the visions didn't happen while she was asleep and dreaming or after she had worked herself into a sort of trance state. They actually happened while she was wide awake. It's difficult to understand exactly what she was experiencing, but Hildegard describes the visions as this kind of overwhelming, brilliant blast of sensory input that she called the living light. From what she wrote, it seems like her mind kind of cross-wired these intense sensory experiences with the complex theological and scientific concepts that were bouncing around in her head all day. I mean, this was a woman who literally wrote music where the structural geometry of the universe matched the literal intervals of the chords. This highly visual, but also highly organized way of thinking, like...
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Really wrote music where the structural geometry of the universe...
What the fuck? What does this even mean? What?
Matched the literal intervals of the chords. This highly visual, but also highly organized way of thinking, like, I don't know, mapping the entire cosmos into interconnected geometric diagrams, is incredibly common among visual thinkers on the spectrum, usually those who exhibit the autistic genius profile. Now, Hildegard was of course a woman living in the Middle Ages, so at first the fellas tried to box her in, the medieval establishment was a little put off by all this, but the trick was to present your cognitive differences as a direct, unmediated transmission from God.
Exactly.
Basically to put a label...
Exactly, back in the day, that's all you had to fucking do. I'm not crazed, I'm touched by God.
On it before other people could accuse you of being crazy or demon-possessed or something. This is exactly what Hildegard did, and so instead of treating her with pity or being afraid of her, the medieval community treated her with this immense awe and even kind of like a political deference. Pope Eugenius III actually read her writings out loud to a synod of bishops and gave her official papal approval for everything she was getting up to. For those not well versed in medieval Catholicism, once you got papal approval, you were untouchable. Hildegard had arrived, baby, and she had more than a few things she wanted to get done. So she founded not one, but 2 independent convents. She went on a massive public preaching tour across Germany. She wrote letters to emperors, most famously to Frederick Barbarossa, and also to popes, and in the letters she would scold them for their bad behavior. So I guess if we take a step back, what we're seeing here is that the medieval approach to neurodivergent traits wasn't really a one-size-fits-all model. It kind of depended on the individual. If you were more of a natural fool, you might get treated with lighthearted indulgence, or you might get beat up. If your unique brain structure manifested as a systematic, hyper-productive genius, medieval society wouldn't just accommodate you, you would be elevated to the absolute highest tiers of spiritual and intellectual authority. Maybe you've also heard of Bernard of Clairvaux.
Well, that's kind of a bit of a... I don't know, I feel like that was almost an underplaying of her own work. Because it wasn't as though she was propped up. I guess she was on some level, but not just because of the visions or whatever. It was also just in part by like the great feats that she made in her works. And so I guess the point is more so that there's still the possibility, and not necessarily just that it's a and I guess that wasn't the point he was making, because he's already talking about like it not being a one-to-one every single time. Like there are all these different cases of what could be assumed to be forms of autism in the medieval world. But I don't know, that is it's all very interesting. I'm learning a lot. I'm trying to fill in where I can. I'm also hoping they start soon.
More commonly known as Saint Bernard.
I'll be honest to say, I'm going to save the Matt Walsh one, I guess, for next week. We'll watch it on Monday. I'll have a lot more to say about Matt Walsh hates Indigenous people, because I actually know more about that topic. Don't know too much about autism or medieval times. I've never even been.
I'm so deep off in medieval history at this point that I sometimes can't tell if certain people are just household names to me or if everyone knows them, but anyway, Saint Bernard. Basically, through pure force of personality,
Saint Bernard, the dog.
He rose from leadership of a small French monastery to the Catholic conscience of medieval Europe in the 12th century. He was this larger-than-life figure who, just like Hildegard, became an advisor to popes and kings and one of the most significant religious figures of the entire Middle Ages. He also preached and supported the disastrous Second Crusade, but it says something about how elevated his status was that even a catastrophe like that didn't really put a dent in his public sway. Bernard also displayed behaviors that we would today label as profound sensory detachment and monomaniacal hyperfixation, and also, just like Hildegard, he turned these into his superpowers. There was the so-called Lake Geneva incident, where Bernard spent an entire day riding a horse along the shores of Lake Geneva with a group of companions. I've never been to Lake Geneva, but if you look at pictures, it is massive, it's stunning, and most importantly, it seems pretty impossible to miss. That evening, when his traveling companions started discussing the beauty of the lake that they had spent the whole day riding next to, Bernard looked at them in total confusion and asked, "What lake?" A chronicler also once noted that he lived in a monastic cell for over a year and couldn't remember if the ceiling was vaulted or flat or whether the room even had windows. He basically didn't process physical environments if they didn't align with his internal focus. Bernard also struggled a
Me too, though. You know how many times I'm driving along and then I'm like, oh wait, I'm in the car right now. Happens every single time. I'm actually writing a 12-page paper on indigenous sci-fi for a grad class. I mean, that's really interesting. You should send that to me when you're done. I'd love to read that.
A lot with sensory overload, to the point that he overhauled the whole monastic system as part of his need for sensory minimalism. At the time, the dominant monastic order was Cluny, which was all about massive, ornate churches filled with stained glass, gold statues, intricate stone carvings, really loud, complex music, the whole kit and caboodle. To Bernard, or anyone with sensory difficulties, it was kind of a complete nightmare. So he championed the Cistercian order, which stripped all of that stuff away. He banned stained glass and statues and made sure the churches were all about plain walls and absolute silence. Now, Bernard had other theological reasons for this as well, and the changes in Catholicism that happened throughout the 11th and 12th century are a fascinating story for another video. But anyway, now in the 21st century, we recognize autism and neurodivergent traits, and we definitely have a broader communal awareness.
That's like an interesting thought. The reason you have to be quiet in the library or in or in church, it's all because of the people that were in charge of them, that were creating them, had autism. It's a possibility. They were like, we're creating something amazing for you, and then you just want to overload my senses. What's wrong with you?
Of what it all is. But what about 1,000 years ago? I'm so glad you asked. The Middle Ages were weirdly progressive in some ways, and if you look through contemporary chronicles, you can find some remarkably compassionate, systemic frameworks for handling what we would now call neurodivergence. Let's talk about the town of Gil, the 13th century community care haven. It's definitely not the first thing you think of when you hear the word medieval, but maybe it should be. Damn, somebody's dog is going crazy. I think having a dog in an apartment complex is cruel. Like, these are studio apartments. Dogs need a backyard. Anyway. Gil was a town in modern-day Belgium, and it was basically the gold standard for community-based care in the 1200s. According to local history, and my Catholics out there are probably already familiar with this, an Irish princess named Dymphna was murdered there by her crazy dad, and her burial site became associated with miraculous healing of madness and pretty much any other cognitive conditions. Nowadays, Saint Dymphna is the patron saint of everything related to mental health, and I think we need her intercession now more than ever. Anyway, this holy history turned Gil into a pilgrimage site, and pilgrims from all over Europe flooded to this tiny village that was pretty soon completely overwhelmed. In response, the local church, aptly named St. Dymphna's Church, had to build a room to house all of these people, but even that filled up super quickly and there were still more people coming. But the good folks of Gil, instead of just turning away all the surplus pilgrims, actually absorbed them into their homes. Wow, I mean, these folks were the Gil deal. This was true Christianity on display. Over the course of a few years, there was a border system that developed, and local farming families took these pilgrims in as boarders or foster family members. Now keep in mind the kind of people that would be making a pilgrimage to St. Dymphna's Church. These were people who were suffering from some kind of mental or emotional condition, whether it was autism or something else. The families who took them in allowed them to live and eat and work alongside the members of the household. Some written accounts record that if a boarder started shouting unprovoked, like a Nicholas of Trani situation, or exhibited repetitive behaviors or self-isolated, the community's explicit policy was to ignore the strange behavior whenever possible and give as much leeway as they could for what they called impairments.
Hey, man. That's forward thinking right there. It's like, hey, as long as I get the job done, then why do you care? Oh, it's distracting me. Look the other way. They have the problem, not you, right? So you can ignore it.
This system passed down through generations of Heel citizens, and it was so successful that it actually survived the Middle Ages entirely intact. It transitioned into a modernized version with psychiatric backing in the 19th century and remains an active, internationally praised model of care today. Maybe there's a lesson we can learn from the citizens of Heel about compassion and open-mindedness. But let's put the finishing touches in this medieval masterpiece. As always, we've got to challenge our chronological snobbery. No, people in the Middle Ages didn't have terms like autism or echolalia, but just look at the village of Heel that did a better job of organically absorbing and protecting their neurodivergent neighbors than most modern industrial societies. Also,
well, I think in the past they didn't necessarily have an understanding of what the differences were in not peoples, but in individuals more so. And they knew it because they were more like communal in their like living situations, and so they were like dealing with each other on a day-to-day basis, and so those things were seen and talked about in different regards. And I think it's true for like not just autism, but also when you look at like historical, when you look at the context I know it in is mostly biblical, but talking about like homosexuality, when talking about historical homosexuality, and just the context around like the way that it is described is in a completely different like realm than the way we understand homosexuality in modern day. And so it's like it's clear that they have these understandings of the ways it's like they have an understanding of behavior, but not necessarily the complex breakdown of the reasonings behind the behavior. And that's why it's like they'd see like things like homosexuality as a sin because in their perception it was like a more of a conversation about like dominance and the imposition of oneself onto another, and the receptive and insertive roles, and the like that mattering more than just the act itself of like mostly male on male homosexual activity. They never really talk about women, at least biblically. Getting a master's in multicultural lit, that's pretty cool. It's specifically on the book The Marrow Thieves by Cherie Dimeline. Might have to check that out. Interesting.
So before modern capitalism, a person's value wasn't entirely tethered to their efficiency at their 9-to-5 job or whatever corporate social script they're supposed to be following. Medieval society accommodated the brain to fit the environment instead of forcing the brain to bend to the machine. Also, the spectrum existed then just like it exists now. Neurodivergence in the Middle Ages isn't just one thing we can point to and say, see, you have the vulnerable ones like Brother Juniper, the hyper-focused forces of personality like Bernard of Clairvaux, and then the incredible genius visionary polymaths like Hildegard, because there are tons of others that have been lost to time. Basically what I want to say is that neurology is ancient, our brains are basically the same as they were then, and only our cultural coping mechanisms have changed. There's something to be said for radical acceptance and structural protection. But what do you think? Did the Middle Ages have better cultural coping mechanisms for neurodivergence than we do? Or are we still more advanced than our ancestors? Let me know in the comments. As always, I'm John, this has been Medieval Mindset, and remember, the past isn't gone, it's simply waiting to be rediscovered. Don't.
Wowza. They're really 17 minutes late on their final episode before they go on break. They don't even have a thumbnail. What is going on? What is going on? What the hell is this? Technical analysis of Harry Potter's grappling.
Smelly armpits, welcome. So this must have been awareness skills. The second movie that we'll look at is Harry's duel.
I just want to see. The thumbnail is them saying that Harry should have gone for the arm bar. I think it was on Voldemort. Now this is a classic video. The thing is when I get to this point, I never know what to show because I have this one about Matt Walsh. This video is still relatively new, but it's 44 minutes, so it's like that seems like a no-go. Are we all slack on the day before annual leave? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, this was decent news, I guess. News from Love.
For some reason, people hide Pokémon.
I was at Bonnaroo last week, and Kesha brought out Boythrob, complete with pink joggers and a cardboard cutout of Darshan. Now that's what's up. Kesha knows. I found all of these Pokemon hidden at Target. He caught the security guard too. I'm just going to skip up to the security guard. So basically, he found them under a... Some people are just such bad people. They put them underneath here so they can take them later. Like, sometimes it's scalpers. Even worse is if it's like people working at different stores. Like it happens at all the different, big stores because it's like people that want to make a quick buck and they know they can't buy it. They're like, you can't take it from the back. So they have to put it out, but they hide it places. So it's despicable.
Fine. This is a major find, bro. 151. This is a major, major find. Oh my gosh. Holy shit, this is so good.
Dude, I'd get out of there. I wouldn't leave anything sitting like you leave it sitting like this, you're just asking for somebody to run up and go, oh, thanks. Oh, wow, they still have some.
I cannot believe it. I knew it was empty.
How did he know it was here, though? This is like a pillow section. Where do they keep their Pokemon?
Holy shit.
Honestly, what he should have done is he should have also been like, can I talk to a manager? Honestly, they might not have sold it to him, depending. But I would ask to talk to a manager and been like, hey, someone's putting all this stuff underneath here. You do it after you bought everything. I think that's probably the best method.
Oh my god. They might have a limit. Yeah, let's do it in 2 goes.
Now he's got to hide it.
Let's do it in 2 goes. Oh my god. Holy shit, I can't believe I did that. Let's go fast before I get kicked.
I don't trust Love. I think he staged this. That could be possible as well, but I would find it difficult for him to stage with how often people are doing this. Like how often people are coming and actually getting the different boxes.
Yeah, because they're known to kick people out after that. Oh my god, this is like $700 worth of Shit. I need to find the exits fast.
Yeah, it might be an employee who is buying them whenever he has enough cash. Yeah, buy them whenever you can buy them next. Yeah, I think that's a possibility as well. And that's what I'm saying, like, low key, that person needs to be fired. Like, that's kind of, because it's fucked up enough that all these people are coming and fighting over these boxes and stuff. You don't need, like, people stashing them and hiding them places. It's going too far.
Holy shit. I'm gonna do it in the quick. Ooh, this is crazy. It has to be the employees? Yeah, definitely.
You could have cut this better, love.
Oh my god. This is at least $700 worth of Pokemon.
I'm sorry.
You know, for someone who isn't a scalper, Love sure talks like a scalper. I will say that. What's your eBay?
No worries.
Honestly, never sell anything on eBay. People just fucking, they're such scammers on eBay.
See, I haven't used the Target app in such a long time. Because oh gosh, it's like it says, hey.
They finally went live. Okay, there we go. Yeah, go check out Love's stream if you want to see this. It's pretty long, this clip, but it is interesting just to see that he was able to get some stuff, and he got a pretty big collection there. So if you're interested in Pokemon, go check that out for sure. But go check out the H3 podcast now, the H3 show number 283 on. I'll be back again on Monday. I really do appreciate it. I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, going through the break. For anybody that wants to come check it out, we got all types of stuff we'll talk about related to and unrelated to the show. I'm also working on some videos, trying to get some different stuff done. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you